Desire is a hungry goat in your garden. Desire is tricky. At first it looks harmless, cute even, like a small goat peeking over the fence. You think, oh, that's nice, I'll let it nibble a little. Then you blink and suddenly the goat has eaten your roses, chewed a hole in your trousers, and is halfway up the roof trying to swallow the weather vane. That's desire. Left unchecked, it doesn't just want one thing, it wants everything. More money, more stuff, more followers, more validation, more toppings on the pizza. And it will happily eat you alive if you don't get wise to the trick. The Stoics were experts in goat management. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." In other words, stop tethering yourself to endless wants because the more you chase them, the less free you are. It's not the goat's fault. It's just hungry. The problem is that you keep planting gardens for it to ruin. Modern life makes this even worse, of course. The entire global economy runs on inflating your desires until you were convinced you need things you didn't even know existed 5 minutes ago. Do you really need a blender that also sings lullabies? No, but suddenly you want it because some ad convinced you that your life is incomplete without smoothie-themed bedtime music. The Stoics would look at this nonsense, sigh deeply and suggest maybe you should just drink water. Now let's be clear, desire itself isn't evil. Without it, humans would still be squatting in caves, wondering if fire was worth the hassle. The problem is when desire becomes a full-time job, when you're no longer living but chasing, sprinting after the next shiny goat through field after field, never stopping long enough to notice you're already surrounded by everything you actually need. The Stoic solution? Practice wanting less. Radical idea, isn't it, to be satisfied with enough? Not in a boring beige, live in a box and eat porridge forever kind of way, but in the sense of recognizing sufficiency. You don't have to own every goat in the village to have milk for your tea. The stoned Stoic version goes like this. Desire is like the munchies. If you let it run wild, you'll inhale an entire bag of chips, half a jar of peanut butter, and 3 pickles only to realize you weren't hungry, you were just restless. If you'd paused, had a glass of water, maybe stared at the ceiling fan for a while, you'd have saved yourself indigestion and regret. So here's the lesson. When desire shows up bleating at the door, don't panic. Don't chase it down the street with your wallet open. Look at it calmly. Hand it a small snack and then get back to living, because the garden of your mind can flourish if you stop letting every passing goat graze until it's bare dirt. In the end, the Stoics weren't anti-desire. They were pro-freedom. And the less you let goats run riot, the freer you are to actually enjoy the roses that are still standing. If you enjoyed this video, please like and follow. See you next time.